Alright, so Spider-Man hands. Okay, I was thinking a little bit more about the 1-2-1, okay? And then the 7-7-1. You know, these three and these three. Okay, we were talking about these two and how they make like both, you know, type of 42. And then there's another 42 here, and you know, all those octahedral light sources. But we're gonna go with the left and right. So remember that my right is God's left, my left is God's right. So if we don't upside down backwards or flip anything, okay, if you look at your hand, it doesn't work, because if you look at it this way, okay, and you do a 1, 2, and then a 1, okay, that's what it would be. But that's not what I thought about biking to work this morning. I thought Spider-Man hands. So, you know, and over here your 7 would be a 7, okay, plus 7 would be a 14, circled would be a 15, okay, plus 1 would be a 16. Little finger. Okay, if the left hand of God is the evil side, the Satan side, and it gives you a 16, which is your little finger, like the Satan character in Game of Thrones. I found that interesting. Between the line of balance here, the V. You know, the Masonic upside down V, you know? Because everything should be upside down. So this means that, okay, now, my right hand would be the same as God's right hand, but everything would be upside down. My left hand would be on the 7-7-7 side. Okay? But if we do that, okay, if I actually upside down this board, which I should do, but I'm not, I will do. Oh. Let's upside down. Oh. Alright, so now, what do we have? We have our right hand now is going to do the 1-2-1. So let's do that. Let's do your 1, okay, your 2, and your 1. Okay, it's the same thing as the other one, okay? Like this is probably what it should be, but an upside down land, okay, it would be 1-2-1, and that'd be a Spider-Man hand. So like, and the other hand again would be your 7, okay, your left hand would be your 7, which seems odd, and then you'd have your 14, and then your 15, and then your 16, okay? So now you have to, like, upside down, backwards it, so backwards would be this. That would be backwards, okay? So now, the start of the, you know, stuff would be up here in this corner, because you go from left to right. So now, my perspective would match God's perspective, but it needs to be flipped or mirrored. Which coincidentally the back of the whiteboard is mirrored. And this is a really cool picture. But I'm mind blasted. But anyway, like it's like you and God are the same now, so my right is now God's right. Does that make sense? Yeah. Let's take a look here. Yeah, it does, because it's a 7-7 side. It's a good side. You want God's right to be 7, and you want God's left to be the Spider-Man hands. I'd assume. So, like, you know, your Spider-Man hand, and then your 7 hand, I guess. Because it's, like, upside down. So, like, when you can actually, like, look at it like this, it's the right side up for you to look to make sure you're on the right side. That's why it's convenient. The upside down backwards and flipped, you know, upside down V of the Masonicness. Here, this thing. You know this thing? Yeah, that thing. Wow, look at that. That's a screenshot. That's just a photographer in me. That's a painting. Might do some art. You know, let me know if you want to have a t-shirt with a bunch of numbers on it, stenciled. Okay, like an iron-on. I could do that. Sure, why not? Other people do that. Whatever gets me closer to that. Yeah, big wheels keep on turning. Proud Kevin keeps on biking to work. Rolling. Rolling on a bike. Next to a lake, not a river.